Hello, my friend. Welcome. Today I want to talk about Kinhin. Kinhin is walking meditation. If you've ever been to a Zen monastery or a Zendo, you know that in between rounds of sitting meditation, we do walking meditation. This isn't just to stretch our legs because we've been sitting still for a while. There's another reason for it. When we sit in presence, we develop a stillness, a peace, a silence from concentration, jiriki. When we're used to doing this, we develop this stillness over time. And walking meditation is a way of bringing this stillness into movement, into action, into the world. It's a practice for bringing our stillness, our peace, our joy, our love into the world. That's why we do walking meditation. That's why we do Kinhin. It's a very simple practice. Sometimes people, when they begin sitting meditation, most people feel a sense of distraction from their mind. Their mind creates a lot of distraction, and it's hard for them to develop this jiriki. Honestly, most people in society today, in Western society, have the attention span of a mosquito, really. It's just the way we've been conditioned and trained. You know, we're rushing everywhere. Our minds are taking us here and there. And sitting meditation is a way that we can calm down, slow down, come back to reality, come back to our true self. Come back to this infinite, undivided reality that is the foundation for all of life. We forget this when we're rushing here and there and our thoughts are distracting us. So sitting meditation can calm us down and bring us back to our true self, to reality. And walking meditation is a way that we bring this into the world, into our actions in the world, into our movement, into our daily life. Because we're walking often, right? We're not always in sitting meditation. We're walking from room to room. We might go on hikes. We're walking from when we, go to buy things, shopping. We walk from our car to the store. And so walking meditation is available to us all the time in everything we do. We can bring this presence, this peace and stillness into our daily life, into the world. Not only for ourselves, to give ourselves peace, but to bless the world. It's a benefit to the whole world when we do this. So the practice of walking meditation is very simple. We just align our breath with our footsteps. It's a form of concentration, presence, and peace. We align our breath with our footsteps. We concentrate so that each step or each series of steps aligns with our breath. In the beginning, we may want to do this more quickly, so we're walking almost at the same pace we normally do. That would be something like 4 steps to each breath, 4 steps to each breath. And you notice in this, I'm demonstrating this walking around the stupa in Sedona. It's a beautiful place to do walking meditation. I'm very grateful for it. So usually I walk around an hour, slow walking meditation around. And in this case, I'm demonstrating this by showing you how the in-breath and the out-breath is going. So if I do 4 steps, for each in-breath and out-breath, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I'm showing this, I'm demonstrating this walking in the stupa by moving my hands like this. So breathing in, breathing out. This shows how my breath is moving. This is not how we do walking meditation. We don't move our hands like this. I'm only using this as a demonstration. Breathing in the beginning I might take 4 steps. Breathing out, I take 4 steps. Breathing in, I take 4 steps. Breathing out, I take 4 steps. So I'm only using this as a demonstration. Don't get the idea that this is how you do walking meditation. I mean, you could. it's fine. It feels nice to do that. But generally walking meditation is just with your hands down by the side. You're just walking normally with your hands down by your side. Or if you're in a zendo or a monastery, you may make a gassho, a bow, a devotional mudra with your hands. You can do it this way as well. When you're walking out and around in the street, you just leave your hands down by your side normally. You don't want to draw attention to yourself. And that's why when you begin by doing 4 steps for each in-breath and 4 steps for each out-breath, it's more the pace that you would normally walk, in normal life. You're not going to draw attention to yourself. But inside, there's this stability and peace and stillness and, a kind of a grace with the way you move in the world. A grace and peace with the way you move in the world. That's the only thing people would notice. You just seem to be more peaceful and happy and graceful. That's all. As you keep doing this practice, you'll find that you're walking this way all the time with this grace and beauty and peace. Where each footstep you feel your attention is on each footstep. You're bringing peace and love to the ground that you're walking on with each step. There's a story about the Buddha when he was born that each step he took, flowers grew. Every step he took, flowers grew. And this is like this. Each step that we take can bring peace and beauty and love to the world. We're imprinting love on the earth with each step that we take. It's a beautiful way of moving. So, in the beginning we'll move faster, maybe 4 steps for each in-breath, 4 steps to each out-breath, and then eventually we'll slow it down to only 2 steps for each in-breath, each out-breath. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And then as we gain more confidence in this and peace and grace and stability in doing these movements, we slow it down more. So each breath is a footstep. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now this is slower than most people walk. It sort of looks like you're walking in slow motion. And it takes more concentration to do this. You have to concentrate more to do this. And this is why it's important to do this, in your home, in privacy, in the zendo, in a monastery, in this slow way. Because you're more concentrated to do this. You need to be more concentrated to do this. If you're not concentrated, you'll feel like you're losing your balance or something. The movements won't be as fluid and graceful and effortless. So it's good to practice this way. But while your footsteps are going faster and you're out in the world, like 3 or 4, steps to each breath, that's fine. When your attention is there, especially when you practice doing it very slowly, it's easy to bring it to faster footsteps. And you can be at peace and stillness while you're doing this. You can bring love and peace to the earth with each step while you're doing this. And eventually, as you practice this slowly, you find that you can even run. I sprint. I do trail running and I do sprinting, very, very fast running. Like you've seen sprinters. I sprint like that. Not for a long time, but, like 45 seconds and then walk and then sprint. And while I'm sprinting, I'm still in stillness. I'm still feeling the same stillness. And it helps me run faster and do trail running because I'm feeling this great stillness all the time, this great peace and stillness, even while my body is moving very, very quickly. When I do martial arts practice too, it's the same. There's this stillness that happens which helps the speed of my movements in martial arts practice. It actually brings more speed to the movements, just this stillness and peace. So it's a very good thing to practice. And eventually you can even do quick motions and still feel this same sense of peace and stillness. Even doing martial arts, this great sense of peace and stillness while you're doing martial arts. That's the secret to martial arts, really, and to Zen. Zen and martial arts have been combined in Japan, and the reason for this is because you're maintaining this stillness and this great peace and equanimity while your movements are very fast. It's a wonderful thing to do. So again, when I'm doing this motion, you just walk normally. You don't have to do this while you're walking. This is just to demonstrate where the in-breath is and the out-breath. So this shows in-breath and out-breath. In-breath and out-breath. And if you like, you can also use a ghatta. Thich Nhat Hanh has taught us a beautiful ghatta to use with walking meditation. A ghatta is just a very simple phrase. We actually have ghattas in our mind all the time, but they've been conditioned about unreality, conditioned ghattas from the dream world. So this replaces those thoughts with something beautiful and true and pure. So here's a ghatta that we were given for walking meditation, which is beautiful. It goes like this. I have arrived. I am home. In the here, in the now, in the ultimate, I dwell. I have arrived. I am home. This means right now I am home. With each footstep, I am home. With each footstep, I am home. With each footstep, I'm arriving home. And where else can that be but the here and the now? So each footstep reminds me that I'm present, that I'm in the here and the now. In the ultimate, I dwell. In the ultimate, I dwell. That means in absolute reality, I'm dwelling. This is where I live, in absolute, infinite, undivided reality. I live in truth. And this reminds me that this is where I am. Because I cannot be any place but this, can I? Can you? We are always in this undivided, infinite reality, this truth. We are always in nirvana, paradise. This is where we live. We live in undivided reality, no matter how our minds distract us from this and show us something different. We still can never be any place but in ultimate reality. And we can never be anything but ultimate reality. We can never be anything but infinite, undivided reality. Everything we see can never be anything but this. So these ghattas, walking meditation, sitting meditation, are ways to bring us back to this, to calm our distracted and disturbed minds down. So we stop being so distracted and we can come back to what we truly are, to presence, to reality. Thank you, my friend. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope if you have not practiced walking meditation that you will do so. And if you're not practicing sitting meditation, or if you've not done it for a while, if you've given up that practice, it's a very important practice. Please bring that back into your life. The realization of this truth, this reality, this infinite, undivided reality that we all are, that everything is, that's always here, is very subtle. The direct experience of this is very subtle. It's not screaming out to be seen because it's always here. It doesn't get our attention the way other things do. Our mind is usually distracted by things that are loud, things that are changing, and everything is changing but this. So this is the most subtle, the most unchanging, the thing that we pay the least attention to. So our attention, our focus and our concentration needs to be strong enough so that we can experience reality and be in reality and not get pulled away and distracted. And walking meditation and sitting meditation are fundamental practices to help us do this, to get us to calm the distracted mind down. so that we can open to this pure reality that is beyond the mind. It cannot be described. It's beyond the mind. So I hope you practice walking meditation and keep practicing sitting meditation. It does lead to this understanding of reality, which is enlightenment. It does lead to this, and this is always here, and you are always this. You have never been anything but this. And these practices help us realize this again. Namaste, my friends.